ancient, full of life. But behind the mist and beauty, there's something else, something wrong. They have stood for millions of years, and within their valleys and forests live stories. Stories of things people hear, see, and can't explain. And that's why we're here. By the end of this video, you might think twice about visiting Appalachia at night. You'll understand why some people stay indoors, and why if you ever hear a scream coming from the forest, it's better to stay quiet. Number 12. The solo glamping mistake. This first video comes from TikTok user Tyla, a travel creator who shares stories from across the US and around the world. She used to work in hotels. Now she reviews them, gives travel tips, and teaches people how to plan better trips. All of her content is about that, except for this. Tyla recorded this video somewhere in the Appalachian Mountains, she doesn't say exactly where, during a solo glamping trip with her dog. She was alone, with just her dog, in the mountains, at night. And I mean, solo glamping and Appalachian Mountains in the same sentence? That already sounds like the start of a horror movie. While out for a quick nighttime walk, probably just letting the dog pee, she hears something. Something terrifying.
Oh, come on, baby. Yeah, let's go. We spots? Was that Dalmatian? Okay. You just wanted to be in the video. Say hey. Yeah, because what is that? Let's go inside. It's not super far away, but like... No, what is that? Yo, come on. Come on, yo. You came inside so fast. Yeah, I don't know what that was, but we in for the night. We in for the night.
Okay, that was not normal. Not just one scream, multiple and loud. This is what happens when you skip all the Appalachian horror stories and decide to just walk around outside at night, alone. Thankfully, Tyla didn't try to talk back to it, mimic it, or investigate. She just quietly said, "We may have to go outside," and headed straight back to her cabin. Smart move. Who knows what could have happened if she stayed? And no, this isn't just sound added over the video. Watch her dog. It panics and even lets out a small, nervous whoop. Not the usual loud, "I'm protecting you" kind, but the "what the hell is that" kind. Tyla didn't post any follow-up. She just went back to her usual travel content. Glad she's okay, but what were those screams? Got any theories? Leave them in the comments. Number 11. The rule after dark. Chi Jim started out on TikTok back in 2020, posting short comedy sketches with indigenous humor. Over time, his content evolved. He began making educational clips, political commentary, storytelling, even horror. But one video stands out from everything he's ever posted. On December 9th, 2022, he shared something that still gives people chills. Imagine this. You're staying somewhere deep in the Appalachian Mountains. You forgot to take the trash out during the day, and now it's night. There's already a pile building up, and you think, I'll just run it out real quick. Here's my advice. Don't. Because if there's one rule in Appalachia, it's this. Never go outside after dark. Watch this.
Go out here by myself. Weird stuff out here. I've been hearing weird stuff out here, so. Yep, there it is. Time to go.
That didn't sound like anything that belongs in these woods. That wasn't a coyote, not an owl, not even close to anything natural. It sounded like a damn portal to the underworld cracked open, and something screamed straight out of it. The man just turns around and walks back inside like it's nothing. Me? I'd have sprinted so hard Usain Bolt would have bowed in respect. But from the look of it, Che's used to this kind of thing. Just another night in the Appalachians, I guess. Now, yeah, I've seen the comments, it's just a mountain lion. Okay, sure. But even if that's true, does that make it less terrifying? You're alone in the woods, it's pitch black, and some thing is howling like it wants your soul. Some folks even joke that they hope it's a mountain lion, because the alternative, way worse. So what do you think? Wendigo? Something paranormal? Or just nature doing its thing? Let me know in the comments. Number 10. She waits in the hallway. If you saw my first Appalachian video, and if not, pause this one and go check it out, you probably remember Dustin. He lives in the Appalachian region and works at a hotel, often taking the night shift alone. And yep, that's exactly what happened again on January 26th, 2025. At least that's the date on this video. It's 4 a.m. Dustin's just grabbing some toilet paper to restock the front. Nothing special, but then he sees the door he knows he locked, wide open. It was locked. He knows it was locked.
I came back here because I needed to get some toilet paper to restock the front. And this should not be open. It is like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Before he even gets close, you can hear voices. How is he not hearing that? Maybe it's one of those things the mic picks up but human ears can't. Either way, keep watching.
There's not a light over here. Hello? Hello? I'm just gonna shut the door. I would not like that.
Hold up. Did something just say hello back to him?
Hello?
And not just any hello. That sounded almost exactly like Dustin's own voice. Classic mimic behavior. These things imitate human voices to lure you in. Then come those low, demonic growls, and the sound of someone or something running off just as Dustin starts closing the door.
Shut the door.
But here's the thing. The room looks completely empty. Yeah, it's dark, but if something was there, we'd see it. So what the hell was that? Sure, Dustin could have faked it and added the sounds later, but then why act so natural the whole time? Why not react to voices you knew you added? And it doesn't end there. He posted another video on November 22nd, 2024. His birthday, by the way. Dude, working the night shift on your birthday? I hope they pay you triple for that. Anyway, Dustin's in the back hallway when he sees a woman. Or something shaped like one. He says he couldn't catch her on video, but he did manage to snap a photo. Except he was wrong.
Okay, I'm freaking out a little. So, I was in the back hallway, and I was just walking through, and there was somebody back there. Like she was just standing there, but he was like back there.
Wait, go back and freeze this frame. Do you see it? You can clearly see the figure standing behind him. You feel that? Goosebumps. And based on the photo, yep, same woman. Now you might think, why doesn't Dustin just quit? Like, seriously, dude, are they paying you millions to stay? But here's the worst part. This isn't just happening at work. On October 1st, 2024, Dustin woke up around 2 a.m. with a terrifying feeling that someone was watching him. And unlike most of us, for him, that feeling was real, because someone was actually watching. You can barely hear it, but there's some whispering. And then you see it. A person. Or not quite. Just standing there. But here's where it gets even worse. When you turn up the brightness on the video, you can see the figure much more clearly. What the hell is that? It looks eerily similar to the woman from the previous footage. Could it be the same entity? Some people say it might be the Babadook. Others ask why Dustin just stood there filming. But seriously, where would you run? The thing's blocking the only door. If I woke up to that, I'd probably lose my mind. But you, what do you think? What is that thing? Could Dustin be faking all of this for views? You decide. Comment section is open. I'll be reading. Number 9. It knows her name. This next clip comes from TikTok user Morgan Lambert. You'll remember her if you've seen my first Appalachian video. Sorry, I know I keep mentioning it, but it really gives context here. Morgan and her husband were filming content on her family's farm, something she described as super exciting that required filming at night. And, well, things happen in the woods at night.
Okay, so here's scene 7.
Okay.
It looks okay, but I am thinking we're gonna have to redo scene 7. It might be okay.
Yeah,
I don't think we planned on redoing scene 7, did we?
No, I think it's fine. I think it's that was the last one, right?
Yeah, it's getting a little cold. We should
Okay, let's back up.
head back.
I'm gonna keep recording with this just for some extra behind the scenes, if that's cool. I'll try and get this in the fastest that I can.
Yeah, it's really chilly. I think we should.
Try and hurry,
Yeah, I think we should.
Will I get in there? Alright, watch your legs. Watch your arm going. Okay.
Ready to go?
Yep.
That whistle. The same one Morgan heard at home. Morgan says she's been stalked by a mimic for years, and it always shows up the same way. A voice saying, "Hey," or this exact whistle. She even said if she hadn't been filming her regular content that night, she never would have caught this. What makes this even creepier is how close the second whistle sounds. Like whatever's making that noise is right next to them. Right after the first whistle, they shine their flashlight toward the woods. Nothing visible. But if you look carefully, when her husband points the flashlight, you can see two small reflections in the dark. To me, it looks like eyes. Could be from an animal, just staring, waiting, unmoving. Or maybe it's just some random reflection, like from their car, which has similar glare. But here's what I do know. They were smart to leave immediately. Because if you hear something strange in the Appalachian woods, no, you didn't. And if it sounds far away, it's probably right behind you. So what was it really? Just a creepy noise? Added sound in post? Maybe her husband whistling off camera? We'll never know for sure. But what's your take on this? Number 8. It came back for the baby. Mandy lives deep in the Appalachian Mountains. She's got multiple security cameras inside and outside her home, all with motion and sound detection. In the previous video, I showed footage from her system where whatever that was, it wasn't human, at least not fully, was whispering, "Let me in," growling and whistling at her door. Well, I dug deeper into her TikTok, and what I found honestly made those earlier videos look tame. This happened 3 years ago, on July 22nd, 2022, just a short time after Mandy moved into the house. That night, she got a bunch of motion alerts, but her infant was extremely sick and crying nonstop, so she didn't even check the footage until an hour later. Now tell me, who was that? Or maybe a better question is, what was that? Why did it come? Why did it just stare and then walk away? The creepiest part? That camera was pointing directly at the window of the room where Mandy and her baby were. And if you watch closely, you'll notice the figure walks up, then suddenly stops, turns, and walks away. Mandy said she sprinkled salt at the entrance for protection from evil spirits. So maybe whatever this was sensed it and backed off? That thought alone gives me chills. And here's the thing. Mandy says this figure appeared out of nowhere and vanished the same way. Remember, her property has multiple cameras, and none of them captured this entity entering or leaving. Now fast forward 2 years later. Looks like it tried again. This next clip is from a CCTV camera inside her child's room.
Another scary encounter. I have no clue what that is, but this is my infant's room. And I had a cam set up and caught this. And then the light turned off by itself. The window was cracked, but they're a child lock, so it can't be pried open.
The image is grainy and blurry, sure. But even with that, the figure looks eerily similar to the one from 2022. Am I imagining that? What do you think? Here's where it gets even more disturbing. That room is on the second floor. And below that window? Nothing. No roof, no ledge, no way to stand there. Could this thing fly? And here's something else. It doesn't seem interested in Mandy. It's the baby. Think about it. Both times, this entity appears right outside the child's room. Could it be the spirit of a former homeowner? If so, why is it drawn to the baby? What does it want? We may never know. But it didn't stop there. 1 year ago, on May 12th, 2024, Mandy's cameras picked up even more terrifying activity. 3 different angles, same day, same entity, and again, it looks like a woman. Bone-chilling. In the first video, it almost looks like she's floating. But if you check the other angles, you can see her walking. Probably just low video quality causing those weird glitches. But still, creepy as hell. To me, all of this feels like pieces of the same puzzle. Whoever or whatever this is, it wants Mandy's child. Why? What does it plan to do? Honestly, it feels like a ghost, maybe a former resident. But even if it's just a regular person, how did she get to that second floor window with nothing to hold on to? And why keep coming back year after year, whispering, growling, whistling, and asking to be let in? Of course, there's always the third option. It's all staged. Maybe it's edited, or even AI generated. But a year ago, I don't think AI could have pulled that off quite this well. Still, I'm not ruling anything out. What do you think? Got any theories? Or agree with one of mine? Seriously, I want to hear your theory on this one. But before we move on, I've got to say something. Because if you've been paying attention, you might have noticed it too. Morgan heard a whistle. Sharp, strange, and way too close. Dustin heard something say his name in his own voice. And Mandy, well, she caught someone or something standing outside her baby's window. But here's the thing. That whistle Morgan heard, it's identical to the one caught in Mandy's footage. Same tone, same pacing. And the woman Dustin saw in the hotel and again at home, her shape and posture match what Mandy keeps seeing. Different people, different states, but the same patterns. It's almost like whatever this is, it moves, and it doesn't stay with one person, it follows. Does it make sense? Number 7, the Trail of Heels. This next video was originally uploaded by TikTok user Erica's World. She lives near the Appalachian Trail, and one day, while driving along a quiet, off-the-map road, she notices something strange. Shoes. And not just regular shoes. They were women's high heels, strung up in trees along the path. Weird, right? Feeling uneasy, she turns the car around and decides to film just how many there were. And it's a lot. She said she's never seen anything like it before, and no, she didn't call the police. Which, to be honest, I don't really get either. Who would do this? And more importantly, why? Some people have speculated these might be markers, like signs left by a serial killer to mark hiding spots, graves, victims. That theory alone is enough to make your skin crawl. What's even more unsettling? The TikTok account where this was posted is now deleted. Let's hope Erica's okay. So what do you think? Could these trees full of women's heels actually mean something? I've got my own thoughts, but I want to hear yours first. Number 6, don't go in. This next video comes from Groovy Gavin, a creator who's basically made it his mission to explore every haunted, abandoned, cursed, or just plain weird place he can find. We're talking caves, lakes, alleged Kraken sightings, Bigfoot hunts, you name it, he's probably done it. And this time,
I'm in the Appalachian Mountains right now.
He went looking for feral people, skinwalkers, ghosts, and even locations where people have mysteriously disappeared. His main goal? To debunk the Appalachian horror stories. But let's be honest, that might be a bit of a stretch. Because his investigation mostly consisted of yelling "Skinwalker!" into the woods, whistling a bit, and hoping something shows up. Also, there's no confirmation he was actually at the exact locations where things happened. Still, at one point, one of his friends hears branches snapping and what sounds like breathing behind him.
I swear I heard something. Like what? Like cracking and then heavy breathing?
And for some reason, they just ignore it. But things got much more intense when they reached Elkmont Ghost Town. Right from the start, you get that don't go in vibe.
Oh, shit. What is that?
Bird, dude.
Oh.
But Gavin goes in anyway, sets up his ghost hunting device, and starts exploring. And then, things get weird.
There's the bathroom. You think I could take a shit in there? Probably. Hello?
My light's freaking out. My light's going on and off.
A knock. The lights cut out. Footsteps. They check every room. No one's there. Then it happens again. It's around this point that Gavin starts realizing someone, honestly, I'm not even sure it was a someone, might actually live in that house. Their leading theory?
That literally could have been feral people.
Even after that, they decide to explore one more abandoned building. And while this one seems quieter, no knocks, no footsteps, something strange shows up in the window. Let me know if you see it.
Are there feral people out here? Could you just step in front of that, please? Are there any people that live in this house?
Tell me that's not a face. Some say it's just Gavin's shadow, but look at the angle. Seems unlikely, especially since later his friend stands in the same spot and nothing shows in the window. And just when you think it's over, the ghost hunting gadget on the stairs starts going off. At the exact same time, Gavin's friend's phone, which is in his pocket, randomly turns on its flashlight. A moment later, it starts blinking, then shuts off completely. Now sure, it could have just been an unlocked phone going wild in a pocket. We've all been there. But the timing? Way too perfect. So, what do you think? Did Gavin actually catch something real? Or was this all just a cleverly edited ghost hunting trip capitalizing on the popularity of Appalachia? Let me know what you think in the comments. Boo, Dark here. Ready for a spine-chilling deal? Subscribe, like, or dislike your call, and drop a comment to summon more terrifying videos from yours truly every week. Care to accept? I won't keep you any longer. Enjoy the frights. Number 5. It sees you first. This next clip comes from the Creepy Outdoors YouTube channel, a guy who walks around the forest at night filming long, quiet videos. Usually, it's peaceful, nothing happens, but not on October 25th, 2022. That night, something did. The video starts out normal, just him walking, flashlight on, calm woods, nothing unusual. Until this happens.
So lonely. Imagine just being lost out here. It feels like this would never end. Oh, fuck. Oh, hi. What the hell? I need to get out of here. Oh boy. Ooh. Okay. That was fucking creepy.
Did you hear that? A scream. Loud. Female. And not just any scream, it yells, "I see you!" Which, by the way, happens seconds after he turns off his flashlight. Chills. Now, let's pause for a second. Why would a woman be out in the woods alone at night and scream that at the top of her lungs? In the Appalachian Mountains, there's this old belief. If you hear something that sounds far away, it's actually much closer than you think. So now I can't stop wondering, how close was whatever made that sound? Even creepier, he didn't see anyone. No one appeared, just silence after the scream. He left calmly. No running, no panic, and even crazier, he kept doing these walks like nothing ever happened. That takes guts, but the mystery, still totally unsolved. So, what do you think? Was it a mimic, or something even weirder? Something more sinister? Or maybe just a disturbed person trying to scare night hikers? Got a better theory? Let's hear it. Number 4. Gardener in the Wrong Woods. This next video wasn't posted by a horror channel. Not even close. It comes from Tomorrow's Garden, a YouTube channel all about, well, gardening. Indoor plants, outdoor setups, tech gadgets for growing stuff. Wholesome, peaceful content. But something very unwholesome happened on May 9th, 2015. At first, the video seems totally normal, just the author walking through the woods showing off mushrooms he found, until this happens.
Well, there's certainly no shortage of the pheasant-back mushrooms out here. You can see here's one, and then one over here. They look really nice. And then just looking around here in the distance, that tree has a bunch, and then this log over here has a bunch. Take a walk over there. These look pretty big. Yeah, look how big that one is down there. It's got to be about 12 inches across. And this one looks like it has a bite out of it. And this one. And there's one over here. Looks like it's holding some water. Huh? I think it's time to go.
Whatever made that noise, I don't want to meet it. That scream, long, guttural, like it came from the seventh gate of hell. And yeah, I totally agree with the top comments. You'd need some massive lungs to pull that off. Which makes me wonder, how big was the thing that made that sound? Even weirder, why did it scream the moment he approached those mushrooms? Are they special, cursed, protected by some kind of woodland creature? Or was that thing just warning him? We may never know. But one thing's for sure, the man immediately decided,
I think it's time to go.
Smartest move of his life. Someone in the comments joked, horror movie directors hate him. Learn how this man escapes danger with one simple trick. Accurate. So what do you think? Was that something supernatural? Or just one hellish sounding animal? You guys always spot stuff I miss. Comment below. Number 3. Porch howls. This next one, or better yet, this next audio, comes from Reddit user Senseless Drama. It was recorded on his front porch in rural Kentucky during the summer of 2022. No visuals here. The screen is pitch black. But what you'll hear, that's the real focus. Let's make this one a poll. Comment real or fake. First, 2 distinct howls. Then, near the end, what sounds like pig noises? Now yeah, it's easy to fake something like this. Just black out the screen and play some creepy audio. But here's the catch. If you watch closely, right at the very end, the camera suddenly shifts down and light appears. So, A, the lens wasn't covered or faked with a finger. B, it really was filmed as a video, not just an edited black screen. So yeah, could this be just a couple of dudes with sound gear? Sure, but it still sounds creepy as hell. Some people in the comments say it could be Bigfoot. Others, just a moose. Personally, I have no clue, but what do you think? Something real? Something fake? Something in between? Your guess is as good as mine, or maybe better. Number 2, not quite human. This next video raises way more questions than answers. I found it on a Reddit group dedicated to a Swedish content creator named Rasmus Fors. After digging around, I tracked down his YouTube channel. Pretty normal stuff. Just your average beginner vlogger from Sweden, posting day-to-day content. Nothing creepy, nothing Appalachian related. But then, this video appears in his Reddit group, posted by a user named Prupelpug with zero context aside from the title, Rasmus found footage in the Appalachian Mountains. Sounds like a joke post, right? That's what I thought too. Until I watched the clip.
Buddy! How you doing? Oh, just cruisers, man. That's crazy shit. It's crawling at me like it's goddamn